Hello again, Internet. My name is Michael J. Migliori, and I am your...
Hello, film.
It's good to be back. Now let's talk movies. First film I'd like to talk about is a film called Tetsuo the Bullet Man. It's a film I've recently come across, and it's a Japanese film by an acclaimed cult director, Shinya Tsukamoto. The premise of the film is that a man's child gets run over by a car, which throws him into a fit of rage, which eventually transforms into this metal monster called the Bullet Man. It looks really far out. It has a very cult, very indie, very campy style to it. It reminds you a lot of the hyper gore, like Tokyo Gore Police. I'm sorry, and that sort of film. It's got an original song and soundtrack by Trent Reznor, which I'm really digging especially because of the work he did with The Social Network. And it'll be on demand January 19th and in select theaters January 21st. Check out the trailer I've linked to you. Let me know what you think about that, and keep an eye out for that film. Hopefully this will bring about a little bit more mainstream attention to a lot more campy kind of cult-like Japanese films, especially the hyper-gore ones like I mentioned before, Tokyo Gore Police and all those cheesy great films. Now if there's anything I hate and anything you won't find me do is to give an advertising or an announcement about an iPhone. But this one over here kind of caught my attention. Oldboy and Thirst director Park Chan-Wook has recently filmed a full-length short film, 30 minutes, all completely using iPhone 4s. Of course, he did this in Korea, and supposedly, they will also be showing this film in Korean theaters. The name of the film is Paranmanjang. Apparently, it means ups and downs, and the story behind the film is that an old fisherman starts fishing one day, and he fishes up a dead girl in a white dress. He faints, and when he comes to, the whole film's point of view takes the point of view of the girl that was recently deceased. And apparently it has a lot of fantasy, kind of horror kind of thing you kind of expect from a trippy visual director like Park Chan-Wook. Should be very interesting to see. A lot of speculations going on since this is filmed entirely using iPhones, that they possibly sometime in the future, Macintosh and iTunes will be releasing this on the iTunes platform, so you'll be able to buy it online and pretty much stream it straight to your house. Hopefully, let's see how that ends up. Is there's any other way that we can really see this film, because it should be pretty good considering the people involved behind it. But that kind of really brings about a great question about the future of home video recording and everything like that. Since you can have pretty much the power to record a movie in the palm of your hand, especially using something like your cell phone, it definitely brings up a lot of questions and gets a lot of speculation going on. Before I go, let me give you a few films I think you should keep an eye out for. The first one, of course, is the one that we talked about earlier, Tetsuo the Bullet Man. I think that's going to be a very interesting film, and it's going to really open up the doors, I think, for a lot more campy Japanese films to be released in the US. The next one I have is by documentary genius Morgan Spurlock of Super Size Me fame, and his last film, Where in the World is Osama Bin Laden, has a film coming out called The Greatest Film Ever Sold. It's a film about branding, advertising, and product placement made possible by branding, advertising, and product placement. Should be very interesting, much like most of his stuff. Also, there's a Freddie Mercury biopic in the works. Now, I am a huge Queen fan, and when I heard about this, I flipped, especially when I heard that they're casting Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat, and the other dude, Bruno, I think, to be Freddie Mercury. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Sacha Baron Cohen, but he bears an amazing resemblance to Freddie Mercury, so that should be interesting. Also, the band seems to be in on this whole project, so it's definitely bound to rock. So definitely take a look at that one. Also, my last film will be Burning Palms. I saw the trailer for this, and the trailer looked very interesting. It's by the same person who wrote Disturbia and Paranormal Activity 2, and it involves 5 different stories being intermingled together, all involving extremely taboo subjects. So that should be very interesting to watch. Well, as always, it's been fun and it's good to be back. So I'm going to go off now to go see the Green Hornet. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And as always, may the force be with you.